Hi, I'm James Bullock. I'm leading the Wessex BESS project based around Salisbury Plain area, and I come from the Centre for Ecology and Hydrology. So we're working on the Wessex BESS landscape, as we're calling it, which is centred on Salisbury Plain, an area of ancient chalk downland interspersed with rivers and chalk streams, but is surrounded by intensive agriculture, creeping urbanisation, with all the problems that involves. And in a way, this landscape represents two possible futures. One is increasing intensity of use of the countryside. The other is an increase in biodiversity through restoration of chalk downland and streams, and that is happening in quite a band around Salisbury Plain. So it represents possible futures for the landscape, and that way is a great way to look at how biodiversity and ecosystem services interacts in lowland farmed Britain. So we have a great team working on the Wessex BESS project, each with looking at specific ecosystem service biodiversity relationships. So to start with, we've got the Lancaster group who are looking at climate change amelioration, which is looking at greenhouse gases and carbon storage in the grassland areas. So they're looking at how plant diversity and changes in plant diversity affects greenhouse gas emissions. We have a group at Exeter University looking at pollinators and what we call pest natural enemies, insects which eat crop pests, and how they come from these biodiverse areas of chalk downland onto the crops and how they may affect crop yield. We have a group at Cranfield University who are looking at what we call cultural services, so looking at how the different groups of people in this landscape, farmers, anglers, residents, tourists, respond to aspects of biodiversity in the landscape, which parts they find very important, which are less important, and how changes in the future may affect them. And then we have Queen Mary College who are looking at the chalk rivers and streams, where they're looking at how the diversity of what we call the faunal food webs, the animals that live in the streams and rivers, how they process nutrients and therefore may affect water quality and also ultimately produce the fish which anglers and others use. And at CEH we're bringing all this together with modelling approaches to try to link these very specific studies in different parts of the landscapes to look at ecosystem service delivery across the landscape, but also under future scenarios of land use and climate change.